Ensuring quality higher education is one of the most important things we can do for future generations. Good day, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. Today, I will present the results of my research on the effects of collaborative blended reading on students' reading comprehension. I am the presenter cum researcher J.D. Kumutini Jagabalan, and my co-researchers are Madam Rodia Dali and Madam Chia Wei Chiat. In the 21st century, educators are utilizing emerging technologies to develop not only knowledge of graduates but also their soft skills in order to enhance competencies parallel with employers' requirements. The learning materials designed based on technology facilitates the learners to achieve the better performance. Although technology is seen as an important enabler for improving student learning outcomes, to get the greatest value from technology, best practices of learning design are required. The learning materials obviously be designed appropriately, then only it can have the desired outcome of learning. Hence, instructional system design models such as ADDIE, Usher and the Dick and Carey model will be useful. This study utilized ADDIE model to develop a best practices approach CBR program. The development of CBR program is based on ADDIE model, and it consists of 5 phases: analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation of learning materials and activities. CBR program is also incorporates collaborative learning. According to Prince, collaborative learning is an instructional method where students work together in small groups to pursue a common goal. Collaborative learning is an effective instructional strategy to enhance learning through reflection, collegial interactions, and a greater sense of empowerment. Observing others and practicing in such settings help learners internalize the cognitive functions that they are attempting to master or that are within their zone of proximal development. Jafari and Ansar investigated the effect of group work and reported that students who write collaboratively achieve more significant improvement in their writing skills and abilities than those who write alone. Moreover, learning activities should involve explicit thinking skills. Hence, thinking skills based on taxonomy Bloom was used to plan interesting activities in this CBR program. This study was carried out after a reading test was conducted for 47 students of College Matrikulasi Kejuruteraan Kedah. None of the students failed in the test. However, the achievement of 34% of the students prior to the study was lower than the cutoff point 70% set for the test. These students only scored lower than 35% in their reading task because they only use English language in specific situations such as in the classroom setting. So, the students need to take effort to improve English outside the classrooms too. These students face difficulties in distinguishing fact from opinion, using contextual clues to understand meanings of words, identifying organizational clues, and paraphrasing sentence or text. A preliminary interview findings of these targeted individuals gave an insight to the researcher that lack of the background knowledge, the use of the chalk and talk reading strategy, lack of vocabulary, teachers' instruction, instructional media, and learning atmosphere can cause the students to have poor reading comprehension ability. The path of learning and teaching is indivisible. Hence, it is prudential to recognize that the foundation of good teaching needs to be defined in terms of the learning activities of the students, not the teaching activities of the teacher. So, the main purpose of the present study is to improve the reading skills of these students through CBR, Collaborative Blended Learning Program. The subjects of the study were a group of pre-university engineering majors at College Matrikulasi Kejuruteraan Kedah. The participants were selected by means of the purposeful sampling method. The study was conducted particularly for 16 students who scored poorly in reading tasks in the classroom. The participants were informed about the study and they participated on a voluntary basis. There were two intervention options. Option A is for the control group with 8 members that aimed exclusively at promoting textbook instruction. Option B is for the research group, which consisted of 8 members. The research group were divided into 2 small groups. There were 4 members in each group. Option B is aiming to promote collaborative blended learning program. The choice of which option to adopt was made by the teacher based on the individual results of the reading assessment conducted before the intervention. The study employed quantitative method approach. Pre and post test were the instruments of the study. Pre-test to measure students' reading skills before implementation of CBR program. Post-test is to measure students' reading skills after the CBR program was implemented. Pre and post test consisted of 4 reading tasks with 24 questions. The tests were administered in a classroom setting for 40 minutes simultaneously for research and control groups. The test examined specific reading skills before and after the implementation of the option A, the textbook instruction, and option B, CBR program. The questions were adapted from MUET textbooks. Textbook instruction of the control group consisted several activities. Teacher assigned CEFR aligned MUET reading practices from textbooks. 4 reading comprehension tasks with 24 questions in total for 40 minutes every session. After the students completed the task, the teacher and the students will have a discussion on the task. The teacher gives the students the answers and their achievement scores for the particular task. The teacher also identify vocabulary and word phrases during while reading activity and discusses them with the group. For the CBR program, a collaborative platform was created using Canva application. The instructor created 2 poster templates using Canva application and shared invitation as collaborators to the both research groups. Then each research group received a theme and theme related topics. Each member of the group received 4 different linear articles based on their topic. They read the articles and identify main and supporting details. Teacher gave them a matrix table to write the main and supporting details. Each article should use one matrix table. Students collaboratively evaluate the outcome of their reading from the matrix table. They compare the information in different matrix tables in which they are similar and different. They summarize the main idea and figure out the meaning of words from the matrix table based on the clues or information given in the text. Finally, the students convert the information from all the matrix tables into visual material. It undergoes create, where the information are combined and presented into infographic. The visual material created for the team is named as new knowledge. The pre-test and the post-test results of the control group reveal that there is an increase in the control group's post-test scores. The teaching of reading skills using textbooks has shown significant increase among the students, from the minimum score of 12.5% to 16.7% had increased significantly to 43.8% to 59.6%. The average score of the post-test of the control group was 49.8. It shows that textbook-based reading practices facilitated effective and meaningful learning. It helped in achieving the learning objectives of this reading lesson and provided kinds of reading practices the students take part in. While CFR aligned more textbooks for reading skills has mushroomed recent years in the market, the process of selecting an appropriate one is the primary task of any English instructor. The researcher of this study affirmed that choosing appropriate textbooks, effective instruction, and teacher-student communication can help the students to learn reading skills effectively and help them to perform well in their reading task. CBR program was designed to meet the individual needs in acquiring reading skills of students within a small group setting. Results were analyzed with an intra-group design. The results indicated significant differences between the two assessment moments, with higher values at the post-test. Post-test revealed a positive impact of CBR program as indicated by an increase of 100% of students with reading skills at or above the 60th percentile. The research group showed statistically significant on students' performance in the post-test with a mean score of 72.9 versus 17.2 for the research group. Integrating the 6 reading dimensions in the CBR program had a positive impact in raising their scores, which is the target of the program. Clarity of instruction, selection of teaching materials, understanding, ability, duration of intervention, and collaboration contributed more in improving reading skills. Students who had not been formally taught or studied reading skills performed better in their post-test compared to the control group when unconsciously applied frequently the reading skills in the CBR program without labeling them as reading skills. It is the responsibility of the instructor to inform the students of the need for the reading skills in developing reading comprehension skills, and that they need to involve in various reading activities not only on textbook instruction, although it is fruitful. The teachers should ensure that the pedagogical strategy and the materials for teaching of reading skills to be parallel to the students' interest and abilities. Further research is needed to investigate the effectiveness of different types of contemporary pedagogical strategies in the teaching of various reading skills, on developing students' reading comprehension for CEFR aligned tasks at the pre-university level.